I brought my boyfriend to the company's annual party. He got picked to go up on stage for a game. The host asked him, "Wow, a 6-foot-tall handsome guy. Do you have a girlfriend?" He glanced at Vivian, the beautiful manager sitting next to me, lowered his eyes and said, "No." I froze in place, feeling the pitying stares from everyone around me. What he didn't know was, everyone in the company knew we were living together, and my manager was the first one to find out, because she's my best friend. Ethan won third prize, a tablet. When the host congratulated him, he asked, "Can I exchange it? I want the fourth prize hairdryer instead." Vivian, sitting next to me, quickly blinked at me and gave me a knowing look. I knew what she meant, of course, but my heart felt bitter, and I couldn't manage to smile. Vivian knew my hairdryer had just broken. It made weird crackling noises whenever I used it. I'd complained to her about it. So without a second thought, Vivian had added a hairdryer to the raffle prizes, the expensive brand I'd been eyeing forever but never bought. That's exactly why Vivian thought Ethan's gesture was for me. I smiled bitterly. I didn't tell Vivian that I'd already bought a new hairdryer. Ethan and I had picked it out together at the mall. Some no-name brand, cheap, pink as hell. When Ethan came down with the hairdryer, I was eating shrimp. Too lazy to peel them with my hands, I was just biting into them. He sat down in the empty seat next to me, turned his head, saw what I was doing, and immediately frowned. "Don't do that." Ethan's brow furrowed deeply as he nudged my arm with his elbow. "You look like a damn slob. Don't you feel embarrassed? Look at how Vivian eats her shrimp. Learn something." I numbly spit out the shrimp shell and looked up at Vivian. She was gracefully using a fork to hold the shrimp. A perfect piece of shrimp meat fell onto the small plate in front of her. Ethan looked at Vivian with pure admiration in his eyes. But before he could praise her further, Vivian pushed a whole bowl of peeled shrimp in front of me. "Eating shrimp shouldn't be this much work. Don't bother. Eat this. I peeled them for you." Before I could respond, Ethan jumped in frantically. "No need. She can peel them herself. Just eat yours." He hurriedly pushed the bowl back. "You're too thin. You need to eat more." Vivian stared at Ethan and frowned. Their eyes met in mid-air. One gaze filled with barely concealed delight, the other with complete exasperation. I stood up and took the plate of shrimp back. Ethan tried to stop me again, but I cut him off softly. "Vivian's allergic to shrimp." Ethan's hand froze in mid-air. After a long pause, he turned and glared at me. "Why didn't you say so earlier? Vivian's your boss. She's allergic to shrimp. And you still let her peel them for you?" I looked at Ethan silently. Vivian, in the corner where he couldn't see, rolled her eyes so hard they nearly disappeared. I could tell she was about to jump up and curse him out, so I gently patted her hand. When no one responded, Ethan felt awkward for a moment. Under everyone's watchful eyes, he sat down sheepishly. The party ended at 10:30. Colleagues left in 2s and 3s. Ethan went to the basement to get the car. I stood at the entrance waiting for him, with Vivian keeping me company. Vivian hesitated several times, clearly wanting to say something. I smiled and patted her arm. "Just say it. We've known each other for almost 20 years. Don't be shy now." Vivian and I practically grew up in the same neighborhood. We went to the same elementary, middle, and high schools. We split up for college, one north, one south, but our friendship never changed. We were probably the people who knew each other best in the world, aside from our parents. Seeing my attitude, Vivian stopped beating around the bush. "I think your boyfriend doesn't deserve you. I know you've always told me how great he is, but tonight every single thing he said to you sounded like he was criticizing you." Vivian had keenly picked up on Ethan's attitude toward me. Well, yeah. Ethan's words were dripping with dissatisfaction. Anyone could see it. Especially when he stood on stage and told the host without blinking that he didn't have a girlfriend. I sat there feeling like everyone was staring at me with pity, because they all knew Ethan was my +1, and Ethan and I had been living together for over 2 years. I'd never hidden my personal life. Ethan would occasionally bring me lunch. So basically, everyone at my company knew I had a boyfriend who treated me really well. Plus, every time I mentioned him, the smile on my face was impossible to hide. My colleagues assumed we had a great relationship and